Hi students, in this video module we are going to discuss about emulsions. What are emulsions? Emulsions are colloids again, but the dispersed phase as well as the dispersion medium, both the mediums are liquids, then it is termed as emulsions. Emulsions are colloidal solution in which a liquid is dispersed in another liquid. The liquid which is dispersed in which is present in small quantities is called as dispersed phase, and the liquid which is present as a continuous medium in large quantity is called as dispersion medium. Generally there are two types of emulsions. Both the emulsions involve water as the universal solvent as one of the phase, either the dispersed phase or the dispersion medium. The first type is oil water emulsion. Oil molecules or particles are dispersed in water medium. That is, water is the dispersion medium, oil is the dispersed phase. You can see the first picture, the beaker, you have blue liquid which is water. The blue liquid is water. The yellow particles are oil particles. So oil particles are dispersed in water. The second type, water in oil. Water particles are dispersed in oil. Oil is going to be taken in larger quantities. It is the continuous medium, that is the dispersion medium. Water molecules are going to act as a dispersed phase. Example for one type, stiff greases or emulsion of water in oil. So water oil emulsion, example, stiff greases. That is water dispersed in lubricating oil. Oil water emulsion, there are various examples. Just when you take a spoon of oil and dissolve completely in water, it won't dissolve. If you beat it with a greater number of times, you can see the oil droplets spread throughout water. That itself can be called as an emulsion. So many paints are of this type. And then oil droplets dispersion medium is water. Oil droplets are dispersed in the first circle, you could see in the picture, and in the second circle water is dispersed in the oil medium. How the molecules are dispersed is clearly depicted here. And the next, the process of preparing emulsion is called as emulsification. How the dispersed medium is spread in the dispersion medium. Dispersed phase is spread in the dispersion medium. Then that process is called emulsification. Usually a colloidal mill. So in the preparation of colloids, you could have come across the colloidal mill. Can be used as a homogenizer to mix the two liquids. I told you that the two liquids will not mix up. Okay, oil and water will not mix up. Okay, water dispersed dissolved in oil, or oil mixed with water, it won't mix up. So a homogenizer, okay, homogenizer is a beating type of a machine is needed. Okay, how you will the egg yolk and the white part of the egg is mixed thoroughly to form, that is called homogenization. So that is done by the help of colloid mill. So the colloid mill, in the picture you will be able to see one side the oil is poured, okay, and the water is also already taken in the container, and it is thoroughly homogenized, and you will be able to get the emulsion. An emulsifier, see, though you beat the oil thoroughly in water, the oil droplets spread throughout the water. After some time, when you leave, the oil molecules try to coalesce, join to form bigger droplets. So in order to maintain the stability of the colloid oil water emulsion, emulsifier is needed. To have a stable emulsion, a small amount of emulsifier or emulsification agent is needed. There are several emulsifiers known. So one is, most of the lyophilic colloids also act as emulsifiers. Example, glue, gelatin. Long chain compounds like polar groups like soap and sulfonic acids. See, oil is an organic solvent, water is aqueous. See, soap molecules will have two parts. One is an organic part, another one is a aqueous part. Hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tail. So naturally soap can act as an emulsifier. And then insoluble powders like clay, lamp black also act as emulsifiers. See, look at how the emulsion is prepared, emulsification is done, and you can able to see the picture. First water is taken and emulsifier another layer, on top oil. This is for oil water emulsion. If you want to prepare water oil emulsion, first a layer of large quantity of oil in the second beaker, and emulsifier and water in lesser quantity. Here you get water oil emulsion. Both the types of emulsions can be prepared. In the next picture you will be able to understand how soap can act as an emulsifier. See, the blue color small circles is the head part of the soap, that is the hydrophilic part, and the yellow color part is the tail part of the soap. The tail part is hydrophobic, head part is hydrophilic. So this is water droplet, this is a water oil emulsion. This is how it is stabilized. Similarly, in oil water emulsion, this is how it is stabilized. That is, the head part will be outside, the tail part will hold the molecule, and this is how the molecule is dispersed, the oil molecule is dispersed throughout water. So this is an example for oil water emulsion. Identification of types of emulsion. See, if you got a solution, you got a colloidal solution which is an emulsion, how to find out whether it is oil water emulsion or water oil emulsion? How to identify? See, for example, you are going to add a dye. Imagine that dye is only soluble in oil. So if you add the dye in the emulsion, if it is oil water emulsion, the dye particle only stick onto oil particle. It will not dissolve in water. So the total color of the solution emulsion will not change. Only the oil droplets will carry the color. If the dye is able to dissolve in water, then what happens? The dye dissolves in water. Imagine it is a oil water emulsion again. If it is able to dissolve in water, the color of the dye spreads throughout the emulsion. Okay, same thing vice versa takes place in the case of water oil emulsion. So the dye solubility step, look at the picture. This picture explains a water soluble dye, and the emulsion taken is also oil water emulsion. So what happens when you add the dye, then since it is a water soluble dye, the color spreads throughout. Oil droplets alone will not take up the color. The dispersed phase alone will not take up the color. Look at the second picture down. The same dye, water soluble dye, how it reacts in water oil emulsion. That means the water droplets alone take up the color, the oil does not take up the color. They have given example, emulsion mixed with a water soluble dye, example amaranth dye. Oil soluble dye, example scarlet red dye. Okay. And next, viscosity of the emulsion is determined by experiments. So only oily emulsions will have greater viscosity than aqueous emulsion. Oily emulsion means oil is the dispersion medium. Aqueous emulsion means water is the dispersion medium. And then conductivity test. So conductivity of aqueous emulsions will be greater than oily emulsion, because oily emulsions are organic covalent compounds. Aqueous emulsion, water, as you all know, it is a polar solvent, so it conducts current. So the conductivity of aqueous emulsions are more. So by conducting the conductivity test, by testing the conductivity of the sol or the emulsion, you will be able to find out whether it is aqueous emulsion or oil emulsion. And then spreading test. You take an oil surface and pour the oil, emulsion. If it is water oil emulsion, it spreads quickly. If it is oil water emulsion, it will not spread quickly because you are taking an oily surface. Oily surface will not stick water molecules. Okay, so when water is a continuous medium, dispersion medium, it will not stick onto the surface, so it will not spread readily. That is called as spreading test. Deemulsification. Deemulsification means separating the two components, that is Emulsion is a colloid of liquid dispersed in another liquid. These two liquids can be separated. That process is called de-emulsification. Emulsion can be separated into two separate layers. This process is called as de-emulsification. There are various techniques given. You could see the diagram how the emulsion is before, how after separation the emulsion look like. Separating it into two liquid components. So the various methods are distilling of one component. See, you take the emulsion, put it in a distillation flask, boil it. Definitely the organic part, the oily part will have a different boiling temperature. Aqueous part will have a different boiling temperature, that is 100 degrees Celsius. So it can be distilled off. Second, adding an electrolyte to destroy the charge. So already we know how the colloids are precipitated. While discussing about precipitation of colloids, by addition of an electrolyte you can precipitate the colloid. Same thing can happen here. And then destroying the emulsifier using chemical methods. Most of the emulsions are stabilized by the help of emulsifier. When you deactivate the emulsifier, naturally it will by itself spontaneously it will separate into two layers. And then using solvent extraction to remove one component. See, oil water emulsion, a solvent extraction, what it is done, another solvent. For example, I want to separate oil and water in oil water emulsion. I add again another solvent which is an organic solvent which can dissolve the oil, will not dissolve water, and shake it thoroughly and put it in a separating funnel. It will separate into two layers, and this is how it is extracted by using separator by using solvent extraction method. Freezing one of the components, like a boiling point, the freezing point of two different liquids will be different. So which is having higher freezing point will freeze first, lower freezing point will freeze next, will remain as liquid. So what happens, the one which is having higher freezing point can be frozen first and can be separated. And then by applying centrifugal force, so how the blood components of blood is separated, the plasma and the blood cells are separated by rotating, put it in a test tube, rotate it in to a speed of 2000 rotations per minute, or 3000 or 5000 rotations per minute. That is called as centrifugal force. So by applying that, the emulsion can be separated. And then adding dehydrating agent, add a little of calcium chloride anhydrous into the emulsion. It absorbs all water molecules and it will remain, the oil will remain, if it is a water oil emulsion type, because water molecule is going to be less in quantity, water oil emulsion type. When you put anhydrous calcium chloride into it or some other dehydrating agent, what will happen, it can easily absorb the water molecules which are present, distributed throughout. So it will leave behind the oil. And using ultrasonic waves, so by passing ultrasonic waves, the emulsion can be de-emulsified. And then heating at high pressure. So under high pressure atmosphere, you have to heat the content. Naturally at high pressure, when you heat the content, the emulsifier action is retarded and it can be de-emulsified easily. So these are the methods of de-emulsification. Inversion of phase. Inversion of phase, as the name suggests, the inversion take place. That is, water oil emulsion is converted into oil water. Oil water emulsion is converted into water oil. Anything can be done. See, in the picture, first you are taking a pure oil, adding little water. You get oil dispersion medium, water dispersed phase. So it is water oil emulsion. If you add more and more quantities of water than that of oil, then what happens? And stirring it well, the mechanical stirring itself, you get oil water emulsion. If suitable emulsifier is added along while stirring, the oil water emulsion is prepared. So this is one method where the water oil emulsion is converted to oil water emulsion. There is another method example is given. For example, an oil in water emulsion containing potassium soap as emulsifying agent can be converted into water in oil emulsion by adding calcium chloride or aluminum chloride. Calcium chloride, aluminum chloride, both absorbs water. See, when more water is there, less oil is there. When you add calcium chloride, though the emulsifier soap is present, when you add calcium chloride, it is going to take away half of water. Only little water is left behind. then water quantity will become less, oil quantity will become more. Naturally, the oil water emulsion is converted to water oil emulsion. This is another chemical method of inversion of phase. Thank you, children. I hope you understood emulsions better. You have to remember all the examples very well. There are 2 marks and 3 marks which can be asked. What are emulsion? Give example. And what are emulsion? What are its types? Give example. Define emulsification. Define de-emulsification. What are emulsifiers? Give example. All these 2 mark, 3 mark question or objective type of questions can be asked from this part. Thank you once again. See you all in the next video.